Hi guys, it's Kath from Simple Reflect and Early Years Programming Mastermind, and I am on a mission to help early childhood educators shine. Now, today I'm going to talk to you about something that's been coming up a bit this week. As you come on, say hi, and even if you're watching in the replay, say hi because I love to come back and read who's been here and the comments. But let's get started with what I wanted to talk to you about today. And I'll also recreate a blog on it because it's come up quite a bit. And I think it is something that educators are definitely sometimes struggling with, but also it's coming up a lot at the moment in conversations. I know I go through it, and I know that sometimes soon I will have another day like this. So it is what to do when our days just don't work, when they're crashing around us, when you have an awesome day planned with the children and they're out of sorts, or they don't want to do anything, or when children that are normally happy, cheerful, active little people decide to be miserable and unsettled and cry for whatever reason, that that ongoing unsettled. So that they may or may not set off the other children around them. It leaves you wondering what you have done to deserve this and what the heck you are going to do now. Like, seriously, what do we do when we're in this situation? I'm sure we have all had at least one day like this, because spending our days with precious children, they are going to have off days, as are we. So they like us, can be have delicate days that just don't work for them. So what can we do about it? We had an amazing discussion on this in the Early Years Programming Mastermind group this week, and it definitely got me reflecting on days like this and how we cope and how we set ourselves up to cope as going forward. So I've got 3 things that might help you. And they are, number 1 is acknowledge that these days are going to happen. They just really are. And that is a realistic look at the world, I suppose. But be ready for them and take even a little bit of time to plan what you will do when these things happen. So when I have the little ones, and they aren't their normal selves, for instance, I often actually just like to lie on the floor with the children and snuggle them, comfort them, read some new books, and just acknowledge that they actually need me at that time. That if I give all 4 of them comfort, time, snuggles, reading books, then they are getting what they need at that time. So how would I then document that? I would then document that I am comforting, that I'm building connection, and that I'm building a sense of belonging for those children, and that is enough at that time. So number 2, change it up a bit, even tone it down a bit. One of the 2. So remember, if you are offering children too many experiences, too many options, too many changes through the day or even through the week, they will be overwhelmed. They will flip from one thing to the next, and they will not be getting the value that they need to be getting out of anything that you're doing. But in the same token, if they are bored, if they are not getting the stimulation and the next experience when they need it, then they will not be happy children either. So what can we do? We can put on some music. We can swap out some experiences. My go-to experience when I realise that my setting just isn't working for the day is often we'll sit, we'll chat about healthy food and we'll eat ice blocks, which I know is a little bit controversial, but it works for us. And I balance that with our healthy food discussions. But we'll build cubbies because the group of children that I have at the moment loves cubbies, and we have permanently 3 or 4 set up around the place. So we will build a new one, make a new one, move it to a new room. It just changes the vibe enough with the group that I have at the moment to step back into a happy play mode. Let's keep going with the day. And number 3, take a deep breath. And when I say take a deep breath, I mean, well, take a step back, stop, take a minute, reassess the situation, and then go again. Now, I'm going to share with you an answer that was in the mastermind group this week. And I think it will resonate with you, but mainly with the family daycare educators that we have. And it's an answer that that I reflected on, but that really resonated with me as well. And I'm paraphrasing a bit and adding a bit too. But I love what this educator said, and I've known her for a few years, and she tells it how it is. She said, if you are struggling, you should just stop. Not stop being an educator, but stop trying to please everyone else. Stop trying to do it all. Stop working with children and families that you don't love. So, do you need to give notice to at least one child or family that is making your life hell, and then be brave, take it on board, move forward, then step back and take a breath. Do some reflecting, do some journaling, give yourself an extra care day if you need it, or a little bit of space, and then start to move forward. I think we need to recognise that we need to get our early childhood educator journeys back on the track that is awesome. If you've got to a place that isn't fun, that isn't working for you, that you just don't enjoy, then make steps, make changes that just moves you back into a place that you originally envisioned when you stepped out on your educating journey. What you originally had in your mind when you started, when you planned to be an educator. So if this resonated with you today, you may like to join us in the Early Years Programming Mastermind. So we are like-minded educators that connect and support each other. So you can do that by sending me a PM, or I'll pop the link in below. But what have we also got going on this week? We also have going on the Shine as an Educator mini ebook challenge, and we're almost finished the first week. So if you wanted to jump in to that, then now is the time to do that. And I will pop the link in the comments below for the mini ebook, but you'll find the link for the challenge in the mini ebook. So I'd love to know if you have any comments or questions. Let me know, and have a fabulous rest of the Sunday and a great week. And remember to shine, guys. Bye.